what services you offer, and men
Okay.
and women and relationships.
Okay.
Okay. So the first thing is, what services do you offer?
Okay. I am a mentor. Like I said, I use my shaman abilities during mentorship. But what I do is I basically, you book me for a call and we talk about your life. We talk about how to basically get you to take responsibility for your life, accountability for your life, and start to take the steps needed to change anything in your life that you don't want. And that's the thing. So, with that, with mentoring, the calls are about an hour, they're 60 minutes. And what happens is they're face to face like this, and we just talk. But my thing is, when we talk about all of we talk about what were you like as a child? What were you like as a teenager? What are you like as an adult? How do you do when it comes to relationships and things of that nature? Because a lot of our pathologies for relationships and things we learn from our parents, we learn from our families, we learn from watching other people. So we talk about those things. But so yeah, I have mentees that call me every week. They pick a day, they call me every week. And you don't have to, but they do. They call me every week. We have a standing appointment. And basically, what they do is they recap their week to me. They tell me what they faced. They tell me what was good about it, what was bad about it. And then what we do is we celebrate the good. And then we figure out how we can get a plan of action so that the bad doesn't happen this week. And that's the thing. So it's not necessarily like I don't do spells, incantation,
Mhm.
do that. My power is more so for dedicated to just luminary. I just shed light on things in your life and help you to better see yourself through me, with me. So that's what we offer. So that's the main service. um
So, like a spiritual guide, you're like a guide. You're really doing guidance
Yes,
through life.
that's actually what a shaman.
Mhm. Like a life coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually what a shaman is. Yeah, it really is. It's guidance through your life. So yeah.
Okay, but I cut you off right when you were about to start saying something else about second part.
Okay, no, so that's like one of the main services I offer. But as far as I offer products as well. So I have music, like music that is streaming on every platform, and you then are able to go and listen and download and things of that nature. So those are the two things, my product and my service. So the product is my music, and I have merchandise to go with that music. But the main business that I am pushing right now is the mentorship. Like the mentorship, I am seeing such results. I've even asked a few of my mentees to write letters of recommendation and things like that to tell how I've helped them. And literally, I have had a lot of people call me. So I've had a lot of success stories. They said, Queen, I spoke to you and I felt better. You put me in a better headspace.
Mm,
So being in a better headspace, I was able to then go out and do what I need to do. I was then able to go out, be myself and, take authority over this situation. Like I had one mentee and he was having some troubles at his place of employment. And I said, don't trip out. Don't flip out. This is
mhm.
with it. And it's so crazy because we talked about it and we talked about how to safeguard his position and the trouble that he was having at his job. Resigned. He didn't have to do anything,
Mm.
resigned. That she resigned. So it was really a great thing. And he was able to then continue his life and not have that trouble. So, then something else, like with my mentees, something else always, like, it's life. Something always pops up that you need an opinion on, that you need some
That is
understanding.
true. That is true.
Yeah, that you need some light to be shed on something. So I'm always there. I'm always there.
Have you seen now with this whole well, now the pandemic and everything, it's starting to fade a little bit now with the pandemic. But did you see more people coming to you more than ever because of that? Because their isolation, being stuck home by themselves, and you got so much time to think that
Yeah,
you now want to start working on yourself. So I know you probably see like a huge like wave coming towards you now.
yeah. And you know what it was? And it's crazy. It's increased now that the pandemic is on its way out because a lot of people didn't have money. A lot of people didn't have extra money. So that's what it was. But I did. I got a lot of mentees during the pandemic. I did. I did.
Mm,
I did. And it was great to be there. And the thing is, I worked the entire pandemic. So my videos were popping every week so that the people that necessarily couldn't take advantage of the mentor service because stimulus check and
right.
family
Hmm.
nature, they were still able to hear from me.
And
So
get the message and get that guidance. Yeah.
yeah, so that's why I worked the whole pandemic. But I see that now that it's the tail end of it, I'm getting the mentees are coming back. They're like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that."
But that's good. That is good that you got one wave and then the second wave,
Yep,
and they still coming.
it's still coming. Still, it's because they know. They know. I told my grandmother, I said, "Listen, it's not about money up front. I established my reputation. They've seen me for 5 years. I've been on this social media for 5 years. They know I know what I'm talking about. They've watched it. They get it. People have listened to those videos and applied what I said to their lives that way. So they know that my reputation is good. So that's what happens.
Well, the fact that you can't find nothing negative on you on the internet or
Mm,
nothing
mm-mm.
nowhere.
That's also because I mind my business.
Mhm.
I mind my business. You know, I don't do and one thing I like about the this all of this is I'll be 39 in September. I'm grown. I ain't got time to be scrapping with nobody. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time to be beefing with nobody. I don't mm-mm.
You don't even look like the type.
No. Sometimes people make me mad.
No, I
But
mean recently, you don't
yeah,
seem like the type that would be
mm,
into even being bothered or entertaining that.
nope. Nope. Because my thing is at the end of the day, does it make dollars? Does it make sense? We all trying to make it. So no, I don't have time for mm-mm. I don't. And let's say it correctly. I don't make time for that.
Okay. Do more men than women come to you, or is equal?
Get this. For my mentoring service, I get a spread. It's men and women. But right now I think the men are leading. Yeah, the men are leading. I get women. Women, I have some of the best women. Wow, they're from all over too. They're from all over. So yeah, it's kind of even kill. It's even kill.
I'm glad to hear that because I'm glad to hear men are actually seeking guidance, actually
Mhm,
seeking healing, actually,
mhm,
trying to learn and evolve and grow. That is
mhm.
great because for
And
so long they wasn't.
this doesn't intimidate them. This doesn't intimidate them or make them feel some type of way because they've listened to like that's what it is. Like I dress this up because I choose to, but it's what's coming out of my mouth that's important. And they know it.
Exactly. Right.
It's fortunate for people to understand. Oh no, what's coming out of her mouth? Oh yes, we need that. Like that's what they did. They realized it. I'm drinking green juice. It's cold pressed.
It's okay because I got a whole big old bottle of that in my fridge.
Okay,
Yep.
good. Apple,
Mhm.
pineapple, cucumber, kale, spinach, lemon, and ginger.
Well, that's how you got your glow.
Mm, mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What common mistake do you see men and women make in relationships?
Um, the biggest one that I see is that they expect their partner to make them happy. That's the biggest thing. That is the biggest thing. You are responsible for your own happiness. And that's what people don't understand. You have to take accountability for that. You are responsible for your own happiness. You cannot rely on someone else to make you happy. You can share happiness with someone, but to rely on someone to make you happy, that's dangerous. That's a drug. That's a drug. And then one day you don't have it, and then you go through withdrawal.
So that's like codependency.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. You can't look at your partner to make you happy. And another thing I see a mistake is that, it's difficult to find, like, you don't even have to make the same amount of money, but you need to be able to be independent of each other. Because if you're independent of each other, you have more free time, you have more freedom, you don't have to wait on each other, you won't argue as much because you can go do what you're doing, I can go do what I'm doing, and we'll come together, we'll talk about the bills, we'll talk about what we do, the household, the children, this is that and the other, but you are free to go and I am free to go, and I don't have to ask you for funding, you don't have to ask me for funding. So that, yeah, that puts a major strain on relationships, major strain.
So being up under each other constantly, constantly,
Well,
not.
not really the up under each other, because some couples are more affectionate than others, but it's the financial piece, that's what I'm talking about, the financial
Mm, okay.
piece. Because the man and the woman, you need to have enough money to take care of yourself. If you can take care of yourself and you two come together, it will go smoother. People don't realize that. Like when you get into a relationship, like, how many times have we heard that? You get into a relationship about something, it's so small, and then the next thing you know, he yelling and screaming, I'm paying all the bills around here. And you're like,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What where'd that come from? What happened?
where did that come from? It's because he has that inside. He's stressed. He's stressed, and he didn't know how to tell you that. But now it's coming out in an argument that really wasn't that deep.
Dang.
Yeah,
Y'all peep that?
yeah.
Mm, mm, mm. So what are the simple steps women are missing that could help them secure the man and the life they want? Because
Okay.
I feel like we're missing some steps here sometimes because so many things have been embedded in us that it kind of can screw things up when we're older and looking.
Yeah, I was gonna say women in general. This is a
Ooh,
this
you done took a deep inhale and
yeah, because this is a deep one. Because I say this to my grandmother, the Queen Mother, all the time. Caucasian women, they can date someone and have a good time with him and then decide that they want to date someone else and leave him and move into another relationship, and they don't have to date down, if you understand. One man, the first man, had a college degree, had money, worked for corporate America. Second man, college degree or business, working for himself, definitely able to take care of himself and even her. And that's what I find. I find that a lot of Black women have difficulty finding men because there aren't a lot of men that are on their level. And when I say level, I'm talking about as far as collegiate, college education. I'm
mhm,
about, these things, because what happens is you meet a man, if you're at the store, you meet a man in a grocery store. You don't know what he does. He could be a doctor or a lawyer, or he could be a trash man, you know? And the craziness is that we often say, oh no, the trash man, as long as he loves his job, that's fine and good. And see, this is the problem. Women say, oh, that's all right. I got a master's degree in business, but he's a trash truck guy. He work hard every day.
mhm.
Is you want to be spoiled even though you have money, and he can't do that. He can't do that. So then you don't want to say it out loud, but a lot of Black women do. Then what the hell do I need you for?
Oh yeah, that come up. That do come up. Whew.
It it's the pool of men that Black women have to choose from is very small. It's very small. That's a problem.
So what do we do?
Well,
That because we're dating down, the pool
yeah,
is small.
you know what you do? You start looking at other countries. There's Black men in other countries. There's other black men in other countries. 'Black men everywhere. 'Black men everywhere. But what you do is you hold yourself to a higher standard. Hold yourself to a higher standard. I'm not one of these people that tell you you got to surrender. I will never surrender. I will never surrender. I will never submit. I will never settle. And yes, unfortunately, there are a lot of women, Black women, especially educated Black women. First of all, Black women have the highest ratio of graduation from college. The
True.
one that matriculate is Black women or Black. So, all of them don't want to go get Caucasian men. They don't want Asian men. They don't want, they don't want the difference. But the problem is there's a shortage. There's a shortage. Now we got a lot of Black men out here, but they're not building businesses. They're not, making legacies. They're not building wealth. They're not looking for a woman to build with. And get this, we do, and this is the thing, we got collegiate level Black men. Yes, but
True.
most of them are taken. Most of them are taken.
Reality. Yep.
Yeah,
True.
because women snatch up the good ones. So what you can do is prepare yourself. And what I mean by that is you stay single until a man of any color ticks your boxes. You know, don't settle, because then women, Black women especially, get upset because it's like, I gave you the best years of my life and this went nowhere. They get upset about that.
Oh, they do.
Right?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is true. That
right.
is true.
Right.
Mm.
So, and rightly so. Because it's like, I gave you the best of me. And you just gonna run off with her because she's 20, 10 years younger. Like, and be realistic. Be realistic. And that's another thing. If you choose a man, choose, like, listen, because this is one thing I will say. Black men are hardworking.
Yeah,
They're
they are. They are.
get it.
Mhm.
They work their jobs. They know they need money to live. They will work their jobs. Only problem is they work harder and not smarter. Usually, when a woman comes in, she can kind of help him to work smarter and not harder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and but the thing is, you got to have a certain man that's open and accepting. And you know what's so funny? A lot of them are missing therapy. That's the thing. A lot of us went to therapy. Yes, I got a lot going
That
on.
was my next question.
Yeah, a lot of them are missing therapy. You can't. How can you build with somebody who is literally broken, broken, absolutely broken?
That was my next question.
So go ahead, ask the question. So
It was too late now. You already broke down half of the question because it was, dating a man who has all the qualities that you're looking for, but he is not dealing with his mental health.
mm,
Do
not a
you give up? Do
yes.
you try to get them to get the mental health that they need? What
No,
do you do in those situations?
no. You walk because it is his responsibility to get his mental health together. Like this, I was in the car yesterday and doing my podcast, and something hit me. I was talking about, I've spent a lot of money into my career, but not just into my career. I've had therapy for 12 years, every week, sometimes twice a week. That had to be paid for. Then I've taken medication every single day of my life for the last 12 years. Do you know how many hundreds of thousands of dollars that is? You've got to find someone that is willing to invest in.
Themselves. Mhm.
You got to invest. And unfortunately, to get better, even with therapy, you got to invest. A lot of men and women think that, oh, that's too hard. I'll just stay where I am. Oh, that's too hard. I'm too old to do all that now. And it's like, no, you're still alive. There
Mm.
is love after 30. There's love after 40. There's love after 50. There's love after 60. There is. But my thing is, you've got to, like, women need the therapy too. Like, you got to go to therapy and figure out who you are. One of the things that I learned in therapy it was called, they teach this in I'm sure you're familiar with it. Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Mm.
This is a pyramid. And on this pyramid, it lists things and goes up that, most people want. So down here is money, career, fame, family. But at the very tippy top of the pyramid is something called self-actualization. And they tell you that most people will live a life below and getting money, getting family, getting a career, but they will never climb to the pinnacle and understand self-actualization to see themselves and live as they actually are. Me, I didn't have a choice. It kind of happened backwards. With me being homosexual, I kind of had to come into the knowledge of who I was first because everybody was trying to kill me. Everybody was trying to kill me. So I had to really dig deep and find out who I was first. And then I said, like, I see it even now as I am self actualized and fully self expressed, things are lining up now. And get it, I have suitors, I have people that are interested in me. They don't fit my criteria. And I'm not sorry about it. I'm not apologetic about it. I'm not nasty to them.
Mhm.
I just don't. I just don't. Literally, I don't move forward. Oh, well, do you want to talk it? No, I don't move forward. I don't move forward.
I
And
think that's a problem for so often we are either bored, we're
mhm,
bored, lonely, or
mhm,
not focusing on
mhm,
what we need to achieve in our life that
mhm,
we settle for Mr. Come Along.
mhm.
All right, he fits one or two situations and he's
Mhm.
attractive on the packaging and delivers something that we want. So we'll deal with this for until something else better come along. And then you get yourself in a situation and it ends up becoming draining and all of the other stuff, problems come. So it ain't even worth it.
Listen, I give all of my women this piece of advice, and I'm going to say this right here on your on your YouTube.
Mm.
Buy a puppy. Buy a puppy. Will love you unconditionally. It will satisfy your need to nurture. You will be able to nurture that dog because my is you need to understand what real love is. That dog will never fail you. That dog will always love you. And literally, when a man comes into the picture, the dog will be looking at him and you'll be looking at the dog and
Hmm.
what is this? You know? Yeah, like a lot of people that got into relationships should have really bought a pet so that they could get the love that they wanted and see and understand love what it is. And then it's like a practice. Then you meet a man and you understand this is not love. This is not love. What this is something else, but this is not love. And that's what a lot of people miss out on.
I think you're right. And I think that a lot of people, do you notice that healing, a lot of people lack the understanding of love, what love is,
Right.
haven't been loved because of the way things were back in the day. You know, there was more about making sure you were fed, got clothes on your back, go to
Right.
school, get your education. But it wasn't more of hugs, kisses, I appreciate you, I love you, and stuff. So do you see a lot more people when you help guide them? Do you notice that they're lacking that?
A lot get this, especially in the black community. Especially in the black community. Unfortunately, a lot of us don't know how to love. We had a lot of things happen to us and they're not therapized, so they don't really understand how to love because they don't love themselves. That's the problem. That's the problem. And see, my thing was when I was out there when I was younger, I too was insecure and looking for love, and I thought that sex meant love. If I have sex with him because he wants me to, then he'll love me. No, sex is sex. Two different things. He won't love you. He may come back again to have sex with you again, but he doesn't love you. And what's so crazy is I had to realize that. And it took me 8 years to realize that. But even then, it's like now that I am who I am, it's like I don't have time for that. And they say things like, "Oh, what are you up to? What are you doing? I see you changed, you've grown," and you're like, "Yeah," but I don't go backwards. I don't go
Mm.
back.
So that's another lesson right there, to never go backwards. There's a
I,
reason that you left that person in the past. Leave them there.
yeah, I left. I learned that from therapy. An X is an X for a reason. Yeah, don't go back. Don't go back. Go forward, and also learn to love being alone. Learn to love it. You ain't got. Listen, when you roll over at night, you ain't got to work. Nobody. You ain't got to wake nobody up for work. You ain't got to get up. Nothing. You ain't got to get up. You ain't got to do nothing. Like a lot of women need to do that. A lot of women need to do that. Cook for your own self. Go and literally walk naked around your house. Like literally and enjoy getting to know you, loving you. I'm not against love. I'm not. But love has a very specific list of criteria. It must be 100%, 100%. It cannot be 50%, 50%. I need you to be fully capable of taking care of you so that I can be fully capable of taking care of me. Once, because get it, women do it all the time. Nurturers. Oh, don't worry, babe, I got it. Don't do that. Let him get it. Let him get it. Because now you're training him incorrectly.
Mm.
Now you're like, oh, babe, now next time, oh, babe, you got it? No, babe, I don't have it. You get it. You got to do that.
Mhm.
Like, and that's the thing. Like, it's so crazy that you got like this society tries to, objectify men and praise them as being, all that we are. And it's like, no, 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 self-made is not good. Self-made is not good because then that means you don't listen to counsel. You don't know take wise counsel. You don't know go listen to a mentor or a mentee and get some help. You running off and eventually what you know is going to fail you. I have mentors. I'm a mentor and I have mentors. I have mentors and spiritual advisors. You need them. Less friends, more mentors, more spiritual advisors.
I'm telling you, these are some jewels.
Yeah.
Less friends and more mentors.
Yeah. You're trying to get somewhere in your life. And you know what's crazy? Black women also have the corner of the market on small business. Black women.
That's true.
Yes.
True.
Yes. Like, and that's the thing. They're like, oh, I don't, I need a man. Da, 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 da. No, you don't. I have actually. I'm gonna be quite candid right here, and crass. Um,
Okay, that's how we is on this station.
yeah. Um, some of my female mentees, I have literally gotten online, what size, and got them a dildo. What size you want? Okay, you want big. All right. And because that's the thing. See, people think, oh no, I need it. I need the real thing. Da, 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 da. No, it serves its purpose. It does what you needed to do. And look at this. The cleanup is just you. You ain't got to put him out. You ain't got to worry about cooking for him. You ain't got to worry about the sappy ass conversation after
Hmm. Hmm.
he don't want to talk to you no way. See, that's the thing. There are things like this is the reason these things are created for people that didn't have them. So somebody said, okay, I don't have a man, so I'm gonna create this. And it's gonna give me the same sensations, and I'm in control of it. I ain't got to worry about I can sleep peacefully at night when I'm done. I can roll over, clean up in the morning if I want to. Like
True. True.
not enough people value their freedom and independence. Not enough people. They don't value their alone time. Value it. Value it. You got a lot of women right now that have the husband, the wife, and the husband and the kids, and they didn't even want that. They didn't want that.
No, that's not good.
No.
Now that is not good when you are got a husband, some
Mhm,
kids, and
mhm,
this was none of the situation that you signed up
mhm.
for.
A lot of them did. And let's face it, a lot of women got babies they didn't want. And I'm like, and then I get mad because I'm like, sweetie, what did you do? Lapse in your birth control? And let's be honest. Let me be honest about something too, because I've heard this too. A lot of women will love a man, even though they're supposed to just be having sex, and get pregnant by him. They will do it on purpose. They will do it on purpose to have a piece of him. And that's not good either. Because
No, it's not.
babies don't save relationships. Babies don't save friendships. Relationships or friendships.
Mm-mm,
Boyfriend, girlfriend,
mm-mm.
yeah. Babies don't do that. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
You've seen this plenty of times play out, and
Hmm.
it never ends on a good note.
Never, never,
No,
never does. Never does.
so I know you've had plenty of those conversations, and it's just
A
like,
lot get it. I had one time, I had a mentee, and she was married and she loved another man. And I was like, baby, it's not going to work out. It's not going to work out. She got mad with me, stopped speaking to me, all kinds of stuff. And then what happened? She came back to me and said, "You were always there." And that's what I love. I love a woman that's big. She came back, listen, you were always there and you were absolutely right. And I'm sorry. I wanted what I wanted, because that's the problem with everybody. Want what they want, and then what they want clouds their judgment and vision. And she came right on back to me, and I don't hold no grudges against her. I'm like, baby, you had to do what you had to do. You had to find out for yourself. I told you, baby, just because I told you doesn't mean you was gonna listen. You see for yourself. You saw. You're back.
I'm not gonna front. I've been known to do that. Fall in love with people, representatives.
Mhm. Yeah,
Fall in love with somebody and then end up with somebody totally different than the one that I was. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've done it.
yeah. And you know what it is? It's just because women naturally have a desire to be coupled. That's a natural desire. You should never have to off. You should never have to turn that off. You want to be a lot. Listen, these black women, these collegiate women, they want relationships, but they have realized that the relationship they need to cultivate is with the relationship with themselves. Because the other relationships, please, these women, they listen. My grandmother's one of them. She said, "Listen, I got a master's degree. I'm not playing around." She like, I can do bad by myself. I can argue by myself or not. You know, she says that, and it's honestly true. Like,
Sure, it is. It is.
to be honest, even in the gay community, I stopped seeing men. I did. I stopped. I have a ring on my finger, and people say to me, "Time, are you married?" And I say,
Yourself.
"Kinda."
Mm,
Because I to myself. This ring represents my belonging to me. This is the most important relationship that I am in. And I get people all the time. I get men that get mad because they want you, they want to court, and they, first of all, they're not your type. And they come at you, and it's like, oh, you're emotionally unavailable. Yes, to you, I am.
mm-hmm.
I am. I'm emotionally unavailable to you. I'm not doing it. You're not getting what you want. I want to fuck, buddy. No, no, no. You're not getting what you want. Because my thing is, you're trying to use me. I have to stay. I stay by myself. I stay by myself. I have men that I'm interested in. I just haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. Because for me, I'm building an empire. I'm building an empire. I'm building an empire. I don't have time for that. I don't. Meaningless. No, I don't have time.
I'm about to go get me a ring. I'm gonna put a ring on my
Yeah,
finger.
but
What?
what's so
Better.
funny? You know,
Mm-hmm. Put a nice old ring on here.
do you know what's so funny? When you do, your confidence will go up because you will realize you belong to somebody. It will change everything about you. You will realize it don't even matter. You will realize what this thing means. You belong to
Mm.
somebody. And when you go out in the world, you ain't lying. You ain't perpetrating. You know, oh, you married? Not really. Are you married? Married to, I just say I'm married to myself. This is me. This is my commitment to myself. But yeah, you will feel better. You'll be able to walk in a room and literally when you walk in a room and you see other women with their men and their families and things like that, and it hasn't happened for you, you look at your ring and say, listen, we're going to rock out together until my time comes. And that's the thing. Timing will come. But listen, one thing that is true, you do have to look, you got to actively search, you got to actively date. You do. You got to try. You do got to try. But if you're actively dating, be on birth control. Don't get pregnant. You know, and I see that happen so many times to women, and they think, "Oh, he loves me." No,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
no, no. Don't get.
And that's the saddest part of it.
Mm-hmm,
When you realize now you got a child and
mm-hmm.
the person really didn't love you. It was on some lust and just companionship kind of,
Got to take care of it.
kind of thing.
Now you got a child that look like the man that hurt you.
Mm. You gotta look at it, and you gotta look at it for the rest of your life.
Rest of your life, because you go die, your children die. So yeah, for the rest of your life.
And that's a constant reminder. And I
Mm-hmm.
there's it pisses me off that some women take that out on the kids.
Mm-hmm. It happens. It's all, but you know what it is? It's all trauma. It's trauma. It's all trauma. See, my thing is, it's so crazy because even with me cross dressing, I'm a very independent person. I'm a very independent person. And it did grow over the years. I mean, after 35, it was like I stopped caring what people thought. But like, it's so crazy because I like now that I am telling the world and showing the world that I'm alone and that I like to be alone, they want to date, they want to go out. And now I'm not like, oh, okay, okay. Well, I was doing this to get some. No, I'm sorry, I'm unavailable. I can't go out with you.
Mm.
And they like, what? Yeah. Because now it's gotten good to me. I got my own business, you know, thriving. I got good people in my life, good friends, you know. I got some good family members, but I have a chosen family as well. Like I'm bossing my life. I'm bossing my life. And then being of a person of a certain person of a certain caliber with notoriety, you don't see celebrities with a lot of people because people want to be around you for what they can get from you. And you have to understand that on that level. That's my level. It's like, listen, if I like, I'll have a man that I like, oh, I like you. Now, bringing you into my life means that everybody's going to see you. I got to show you off. And sometimes I do that on my page. On my page, I'm not dating any of those men. Those men are great men. They're lovely men. They look good.
Oh, that is some good eye candy, I tell you.
And
Oh, Lord.
that's exactly what it is. I'm not dating any of them. I'm not any of them. I'm not sleeping with any of them. It's just eye candy. It's just a little relief, real quick.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
So, do you have that problem with hanger-ons that try to hang on to take, like, have you take your energy and be around you and
No, my like I literally spend so much time in seclusion and indoors. People don't have a chance to even get near me. They don't even have a chance. Mm-mm. They don't even have that chance. I do not put myself in those situations. That's why people are so hard pressed to get a meet and greet. And I'm like, maybe. Mm,
oh yeah, I saw that video. You said, yeah, you could get a meet and greet, but can you handle being in my presence for how long? I was like,
that's,
oh,
that's the thing. Like, honey, you came for the meet and greet, but baby, I'm seeing this and I'm seeing that. And then for me, I don't stay in rooms very long because of the energy. I got to go. So I just don't do it to myself.
wow. So you still don't do the whole crowds all
Mm-mm,
okay.
mm-mm,
I don't
mm-mm.
blame you.
I'm a very private person. That's why I said introverted extrovert. I can perform. I can go to it could be a crowd, it could be 20,000 people in a stadium. I will go on stage, do what I gotta do, leave. Back to the SUV. It doesn't make me no, never mind.
Mm.
I'm one of those people. That's the thing. For me, fame is a tool for me to get to where I'm going, for me to get more sales, more eyeballs. No, fame is not my end game. It's never, it was when I was younger because I wanted it because it was like, good. I get to show you. Y'all thought I was nothing. Y'all said I was nothing. Y'all treated me like shit, So now in your face, I became this and I became, now I'm like, only the more people will see me so that more people will utilize my services and products. That's it. I don't, I don't have that. I guess I'm like one of the old Hollywood stars because I'm like, no, like you don't get this. Like honestly, I'm online every day. I do what I do, and people still don't know my favorite color. You do because we spoke about it before the video, but before the recording, the interview. But most people don't know my favorite color. They don't know my favorite food. They don't know my favorite movie. It's not as personal as people think, and that's for a reason. I do a job and I go home. That's what I do at 40, almost 40 years old. That's what I do. That's what's important to me.
So you really protect your energy,
I
your
protect,
peace of mind, everything.
I protect it all. I protect it all fiercely, fiercely, absolutely, fiercely.
So I think, do you think that's one of the major advices that you have to give out to people because they don't?
Yeah. One of the biggest, the hardest pieces for people to understand is limit who's around you, limit them. Because people don't understand we're all empathic. You picking up habits, you picking up energy from all of these people. And now you wondering why you're going home feeling like this, doing that. And it's like because of who you were around. I protect my energy at all costs.
Energy vampires.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, because of all your abilities, they would be, aren't they very much so attracted to you?
Mm-hmm. A lot of people are. Doesn't mean they're gonna get in my presence.
I hear that. I guess you can see them coming a mile away before they could even get, which is
They
good. That is good.
ain't gonna be nowhere that I am. And if they're there, then I definitely made a mistake.
I
Mm.
don't think you make any of the mistakes anymore. I think you've honed that skill.
Yeah.
Okay. Are soulmates real, or are soulmates real and twin flame that they talk about real?
You know what's so crazy? I have had the opportunity to meet soulmates, but they weren't for me to date. They weren't for
Ooh.
Yeah, they weren't for me to be with. I started meeting them in high school, and then I met one in college, and I was terribly distraught. It was part of the reason I went into the hospital because of the detachment of that from him. And my thing is, I realized something. Soulmates and twin flames, same like people. Listen, they're people. Just because you are a soulmate, just because you're a twin flame, just because I'm attracted to you, I gotta sleep with you. It's the same.
It's kind of like we're told that if you meet that soulmate, that's the one for you, or you meet your twin flame, you got to make some kind of friendship commitment or something with this person because that's it. They ain't gonna be no more.
That's dangerous because now you have a person standing in front of you that you know absolutely nothing about, and you've let them in closer than you've ever let anyone in. You're in danger.
Hmm.
You're in danger. Don't you never drop your guards like that. You never drop your guards like that. Literally, the two soulmates that I've had, I could have done without ever meeting.
What? But this is not what is taught around us. It's taught that they're the ones and you need them and
Oh,
embrace them and all of this. That's
nope, nope. I could have literally lived my life and never met them. Didn't Nothing came of it. Nothing became of it. Nothing helped me. Nothing. They went on and made decisions to go about their lives the way that they went about their lives. So I had to go about my life too. Literally. I could have done without meeting either one of them.
Wow.
I'm not. And see, that's the thing. Like people try to tie you to jar. No, mm-mm. So now you got all these people like that. If somewhere someone's making money off of that, selling all these books, those soulmate, twin flame, you making them rich, making them rich. No, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Well, that is some good advice to know.
Yes, I have one girlfriend who is like the yin to my yang, and even with us, she got a whole boyfriend, and it is what it is. I'm
Mm,
gay. So you see, so she would be the closest thing, and she is a soulmate. She is. We're friends. We get we don't talk all the time. She got her life to live, and I got mine. She texted me before this because she's so in tune. She texted me, was like, "You doing something?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm doing the interview. I'll talk to you in a little while." Like she says, "Good. I'm praying for you. It's great." Like and she's not when she says praying, she's not praying like Christian. She's
mm,
praying spiritual being, like, offering
mm.
up the universe that it goes well. Like, yeah, like, and we've been with, for lack of a better word, rocking with each other since like 2008. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, you got some years in.
Yeah. But at the time, now her, I'm glad I met, you know, but but do you see, as a gay man, I met a soulmate, not one that I have to be with. Not one that I am to be, it's like, and she right now, she's the only one. She's the only one. She's the only one I kept. She's the only one
Mm.
because I loved her so much. We're both Libras, both beautiful, both interested in fashion and music and film. Loved her.
Wow, got a lot in common.
Oh
Okay.
my, families are even the same. It's crazy. We go
Wow.
we go through the same things. Hmm. Yeah. Not to be with them. I know I've met her husband to be. Like, it's not. No. You see, that's that self-actualization I was talking about, and that self-expression. You give power to words. You make I said something on my podcast, and you probably heard it. I said, so many people are chasing this idea that they have their name written in a Lamb's book of life. And I said, sweetheart, you're a book of life yourself,
Hmm.
written in your book. How do you think, even in the Bible, where did we get Matthew, Mark, Luke, John? These were people.
Oh yeah,
These
sure.
were people. So how could you not realize you have, and it is alive, and one day
Mm.
succeeded. I don't,
Yeah.
I don't play around. I don't play. I got no time to play around. I got no time. None. Look at you. You just in awe. You ain't saying nothing.
I know, because I
I'm like,
can't.
I'm
I'm
like,
like you took the words like there's no word in my that I'm
right.
just like really in awe. Seriously. Yeah.
It took a long time to be this. It took a long time to be this. And there were great sacrifices. Great sacrifice. Some of those sacrifices were soulmates taken away.
Mhm.
You know, I would have said, when I loved him, I loved him. I would have been with him, but that wasn't what the divine had for me. It wasn't what my spirit had for me. And then I moved on. He moved on first. I didn't want to move on. I moved on. And then now I'm here. I'm here. And people think that is so crazy, but it's not a vanity campaign. I love me more. Me. There's so many people I love. I have a lot of love to give. But baby, that love that I have for myself, you can't touch that. You can't touch that because it brings a calmness and a peace that I have never known. It brings that before.
So